Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Manchester City 1, Everton 1. In a New Year miracle, Everton have got a point at the Etihad. A game that I did not expect to be talking about in such a positive light, as the Blues have got, or the Pinks today, have managed to get themselves a very unlikely point at the Etihad, following obviously a very poor result on Boxing Day. A really, really positive result today at the Etihad, and broke a long winning streak for Manchester City in recent times. So a tremendous point for the Blues today in Manchester. The manager, a little bit of a shock to start with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I felt obviously he's not been available for certainly, the last few games. We've had the 6 weeks. He wasn't available at all on Monday for the defeat by Wolves. So to see him obviously back in the squad was one thing, but for him not to be available on Monday and then to start the game today, it wasn't what I was expecting. Obviously Ben Godfrey coming through a back three. The manager went with a 5-3-2, which I think was the right idea, or a 5-4-1. I think that's something I said I thought he may go with, but I was thinking of maybe Tom Cannon starting that one with Gray buzzing around just to save Dom. But obviously he went with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin did a good job. I think he lasted 70 minutes, did well, and Damari Gray buzzing around him did okay. Well, did better and better as the game went on, actually. Manchester City, listen, come out, and it was as you'd expect, although they had a little bit of a worry in the opening seconds. Godfrey clashing with Haaland, unintentionally stood on him, and it was a painful one, and it kind of threw Haaland off his game. He went around like a bit of a lunatic in the first half, got a booking with a wild challenge, was just doing things I've not seen him do before. It was a little bit odd, but he did score Manchester City's opener in the opening goal of the game in the first half. Ball swept out to Riyad Mahrez, went past Mykolenko far too easy, cut the ball square. Haaland hit it goalwards, and the frustrating thing here is if it beats Pickford, Ben Godfrey clears it off the line. Conor Cody clears it off the line, but it doesn't. Pickford gets a hand on it, takes it past Cody to give Manchester City the lead. And although City dominated, and listen, as you'd expect, they stroked the ball around, very comfortable in possession. They're a fantastic football team with tremendous players. They didn't really carve us open too many times at all. Jordan Pickford didn't really have much to do at all in the first half, but they were in total control. You couldn't say any different. It went in one down, came out in the second half, and you expected it to be much of the same. And obviously we had that ridiculous stoppage because the linesman's batteries had gone or something, which is just nonsense. How is that happening? Surely they need to get lithium batteries or something, ones that actually work. And B, they don't even use the linesman anyway. But that broke up the game again at the start of the second half. And I don't really think Manchester City got any kind of grasp on the game at all after that, in terms of chance after chance. You play City and it's wave after wave, and they score at times 5 and 6, and you think they could have had 15 today. Excuse me. It wasn't really the case today. They were by far the better side. I wouldn't sit here and try to say any different. But Everton stuck in there, hung on in there, and got themselves a goal on the break. Good breakaway. Ball to Damari Gray, cuts inside. It's a great overlap run by Mykolenko. Gray cuts inside. Nothing really on, so he has a go and sticks it in the top corner. It just shows you that when you actually have a shot at goal, you might actually do something with it. Everton in the first half were guilty of getting into the right position and 4 or 5 times knocking it wide, over hitting the cross when the shots were on. And I really do wish they'd shoot more. We get the goal. It's a tremendous goal from Damari Gray. Very frustrating player. He's got lots of ability and technique. You just can't get any kind of consistency out of him, but he's shown in flashes what he's got in his locker. It was a tremendous strike. And then a couple of minutes later, we have another strike at goal with Onana, which forces a corner, and we just got a little bit of confidence, obviously, from the goal. Broke when we could with Garner. Decision making wasn't always there. We also had to rely on some excellent defending at the other end to keep City out. Jordan Pickford's made a couple of clearances, if you like, with his hands, as in they weren't saves, but balls coming across and he's flicked them away. But he did make a huge save from Riyad Mahrez when it was bobbling around in the box. He's got a big hand on that, coming through crosses. And Everton have got over the line. Obviously lost a couple of players with illness as well today. So for Frank Lampard, they've certainly dug in for him today. They've gone to the Etihad. They've got themselves a tremendous and unexpected point, let's be honest. City will beat better teams than Everton comfortably there this season and away as well. So for us to go and get a point there, it's a tremendous result. And it just sets up the game against Brighton on Tuesday night at Goodison. Now that's a huge game for Everton. It really is a home game. It'll be a very tough game. They're a good side, Brighton, and Everton. All the focus has to be there. They'll have to do it without Amadou Onana, who's picked up a booking today and therefore is suspended for the Brighton game. So the manager's got a little bit of a headache there, but hopefully the other lads will be available after illness and he can have a stronger squad as possible. But it's a tremendous point today. I'm going to give man of the match to Demarai Gray, actually, because I know in the first half he wasn't really in it, but he scored. It's a big goal, and it's a goal that has got us a point. And let's be honest, breaking away, he's the one we're looking for at the moment to do something. So I'm going to give him man of the match because his goal was huge. There was other players who I thought Garner had another good game. Defensively, Tarkowski and Cody battled. Godfrey battled as well, but I'm going to give it to Demarai Gray. I'm sure people will disagree, but when you score a goal like that gets us an unexpected point, he, for me, deserves the man of the match. That is it for me. I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year. Thank you very much for watching the video. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to become a Premier member, the link is in the description. But thanks for all the support throughout the year. I hope you have a fantastic new year, and see you soon. Take it easy.